Man, my bad, y'all. My bad, I'm late. We about to get it in, bro. We about to get it in. My bad, I'm late, man. You think this? Listen. Oh shit, hold on. I gotta do some things, man. I gotta get right, y'all. Gotta get right. I'm late on the motherfucking. Sorry, excuse my friends. I'm late, but better late than never. Better late than never. I just want to hurry up and do a quick, do a quick one if you pick one. You know. Do a quick one if you pick one at 8:08. Boom, like a 8:08. Hold on, y'all. I got it. Y'all caught me with my. I'm talking to my partner on the phone. I'm talking to my partner on the phone. I ain't real. I forgot. You got to get this live stream cranking, man. My bad. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Is anybody in the building? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Is anybody in the building? Let me go in and get this shit together. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me go up. Okay, let me get my thing together, man. I almost, I almost was late. You understand me? I almost. Oh, where is my? Oh, I said I'm going to Instagram. Yeah, we're going to IG today, man. I done found a few things on IG, and we're gonna discuss that, bro. We're gonna discuss what I found on IG. You feel me? Let's go into that. Save. Boom. All right, man. So I don't know where the thumbnail is. Let me get the thumbnail first. Where is the rainbow booty boy thumbnail? Come give me that thumbnail first, and bring me a towel because I had the heat on and I ain't cut the heat off, and I got this hoodie on while I got the heat on. So charges dropped against YNW Melly. We all knew that, man. Yeah, we knew that dude wasn't about to get no. This shit is, we know he had rolled the dice wrong. We know he had rolled the dice wrong. We know he had rolled the dice wrong, man. Hold on, man. Uh, we about to get into it. So I'm scrolling on the IG. And while I'm scrolling on the IG, so the video, let me go to the video that inspired this whole live stream. Let me go to the video that inspired this whole live stream first. And then we're gonna weigh in on it. Where is it at first and foremost? Dude, let me see. Where's the video that inspired this whole thing? It was a video that inspired this whole thing. Let me find it, y'all. And I wanted to break it down for everybody. That was French Montana with it. All right, dang, hold on, y'all. Give me a quick little second. I'm about to find it for you. You go down that rabbit hole. What are you eating? The pizza party. Hey man, where's the Hey man. As soon as I need something for a live, I set it into the live and it should be disappearing. And I know for a fact I saved this shit. And it's about the Hollywood Casting Couch. And I had it saved in here, and now it's not in here. And I remember saving it. I don't got a lot saved under this IG. Let me make sure I go slower. All right, boom. I would put the truth in plain sight. That was all right. I'm gonna find it then, shit, cause they got me fucked up. I'm gonna find it. That's how about that. Let me find it real quick. Let me find it real quick because Hollywood. Hollywood cast. I might gotta go to another platform to get it. But we about to get to the video that started this shit. We about to find the video that started this shit. So that was a video I came across. If I can't find it, I ain't about to waste no time. But it was a video. That's the casting couch test. It was a video. Hold on, let me go and let me hurry up and go and get something too. Hold up, I'm about to get this. Hi there. It was a video that I was supposed to show you guys that showed. Let me make sure. Let me make sure it's not somewhere where I didn't put it. But I had to come get me a napkin, bro. Hold on. I had to come get me a napkin. I had to come get my weed. Cause I had the heater on, y'all, but I just put the hoodie on it. Like, oh, shouldn't have did that. I got me sweating. So it was talking about the Hollywood casting couch and how, basically, for lack of a better word, how you got to do some weird, strange things for a piece of change. And it was Corey Holcomb on there, uh, and some more. I can't come. My trusty, rusty assistant, can you please come down and find the Rainbow Booty Boy? Can you come find the thumbnail? So the name of this video is called. Uh, sorry, name of this. What is the name of this video? I know it's RBB. Rainbow Booty Boy Undercover Brothers. Cause I don't let me state the disclaimer right now. I have nothing against I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against um, anybody who is of the same sex relationships. I am not against same sex relationships, but I'm not and what I'm exposing. I'm not against it. I'm just exposing it so that people can know the truth. But I am against, or I am exposing undercover brothers. Why do I expose undercover brothers? Because most of the undercover brothers that I expose are misleading you, making you think that they are heterosexual when in fact they are at the least bisexual. In a real man's world, bisexual don't exist. In a real man's world, where real apex men get real respect, guess what? If you have played and mingled in any kind of way with male genitalia, you are not considered a man. That you will not be a man that is respected amongst real live go-getter men. Real live go-getter men, men who don't have no fear, men who are able to sustain multiple lives and ecosystems, men who men who are unafraid to fight and can fight and can subdue other men, um, men who get money, men who staying fit, men who got intellect, men who are the full package. Amongst these guys, you will not see, um, oh, these are the apex of men. And amongst them, there's this guy that has mingled with male genitalia before. You're not gonna never see that amongst real live men. So when y'all be speaking of men, I be wanting to go in people comments and say, no, that is not a man. Men don't do, they got certain qualities that a man, because a man is a character. Um, and a male is the gender, but a man is the character. And when you're talking about a man has certain qualities and characteristics that are so far gone from society that women and girls and boys and people of society don't recognize real men anymore. And when they do recognize a real man, they immediately go into defense mode because a real man is a challenger, like the car. And he don't do no dodging though. He don't do no dodging. Too much zestiness in the government and hitting the gym is spot on. Well, remember, wherever zestiness is found, real men won't be there. Real men will not be in the presence of the zestiness. Why? Because real men, the number one thing in a man's world is respect. Respect is greater than love in a man's world, right? A woman can love you, but she don't respect you, then that love don't mean nothing to a man. But a woman can respect you, and she might not even love you like that, but she show you mad respect, and a man will consider that love. So understanding that in a real man's world, respect is the highest altitude. Respect is the highest altitude in a real man's world, right? If respect is the highest altitude in the real man's world, then anything that disrespects a man will shun and stay away from at all costs. Because at the end of the day, real men, not fake males pretending to be men, but real men, they hold respect in a high value. RESPECT, find out what it means to me, right? And not no little respect. A real man is garnering real respect. And so when you are talking about this Hollywood thing, and you start seeing all these supposed to be males, supposed to be men, but they're just males cosplaying as men, right? And you see them go into the zestiness. You see them go into the area of you playing them phone games, right? Nah, there ain't no God fearing. Nah, real men don't fear God. Because real men know that they are God. Because real men know that the kingdom of heaven is within, and God is not somebody on the outside. God is somebody on the inside. And a real man knows he's made in the image and the likeness of God. And because he has the intellect to know that he's made in the image of likeness of God, you can't be made in the image and likeness of something and not be the something that you're made in the image and likeness of. And then when you go into the Bible, a real man reads the whole Bible. And when a real man read the whole Bible, he reads the scripture and he says, and the scripture tells him that he is God, but he shall die as a man because he came here to live temporarily as a man, because this is not his first time living. See, a real man goes outside of the Bible, and a real man becomes God, no longer fearing God, but becomes the God that he used to fear as a boy. Because the Bible says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I acted as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Praising something that you fear makes no sense at all, on no level. Fear, do you know? Fear is one of the number one causes of stress, and stress is one of the number one causes of death. And not number, it is the number one cause. Stress is the number one cause of death. Okay, stress. So understand what causes the most stress. Fear. What does fear play out as? Fear play out as anger. They're not really angry at you. They're really afraid. They're really afraid of what this means to them, that they've attracted this from you, right? Fear is the worst. Fear is the worst. This is how you know the God of the Bible is the devil, because he keep talking about fear God, fear God. That's not a God. God spelled backwards is dog. You understand? So sometimes you got to understand. And a real man applies common sense. And a real man is able to understand, right? But we're programmed by the TV. We're programmed by the music. And the music said, I shall fear no man but God. And that is a misnomer, because at the last time I checked, if you are a melanated king on this planet, then you are more than a man. You are God. If you are a man, understand what a man is versus understanding what a God is. A man is someone who is standing on maintain, sustain, protect, provide. But that's the five stages of man. But when you get past manhood, you got to step into godhood, bro. And Godhood is the number one thing that shows you that, hey, look, there's more to life than being just a man. They got plenty of men out here, bro. They got plenty of men that take care of their family, got plenty of men that do this and that and third. But our purpose here on earth is to become gods again. This is why the Bible tells us to act, walk, talk, and move like God. Why they tell you what Jesus do? And people consider Jesus God, right? So they're basically telling you what God do, right? And what would God do? God would do what? Go look at the characteristics of God versus the devil in the Bible, and you'll see, wait a minute, man, they got a lot of flaws in the characteristics of God. They got a lot of flaws in the characteristics of God. I meant the satanic agenda, predictive programming. Uh, yeah, man, all of that stuff is fearful though. The satanic agenda is a fear-based program. The predictive programming is a fear-based programming. So you had it right. No, we're going back to fear, right? Fear, take the F off of fear, and you got what? You got ear. So fear come by way of what you hear, right? And we've all heard about God in the Bible. We all heard about this. We all heard about that. And even though I take the word here, right? If I take the H off of here, I got ear, right? You never near. You know, you can go a lot of things that we perceive is because of what we hear with our ears. So when we're going back, when we're talking about the devil, you are talking about fear. So you can't devil the God, because it said if you say fear God, you're saying devil God. That's what fear God means. Fear is the devil. Love is God. God is love, and fear is the devil. Period. God is love. Fear is the devil. If you live your life fearful, you're a demon. You're on demon time. And well, we got to even get to that. How everything physical is demonic and everything metaphysical is angelic, right? So we got to. That's a whole nother live stream. I'm just showing you, like, here we hear as men. The reason why Adam got kicked out of the garden because he became more than a man when he bit the fruit. When he bit the fruit, he got kicked out of the garden, and God said in Genesis 3:22, "Behold, the man has bitten the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, and he has become like one of us." It's such a famous verse in the Bible that the Society of Skull and Bones has it as their numeric mascot, 322. What does 322 stand for? Genesis 3:22. And it tells you about how man became God when he bit the fruit of the tree of knowledge and good and evil. And the serpent told him he was going to become God. And then David in the Psalms told you that, hey, nigga, you're God, right? Possessing all. When you go into the Bible, Psalms 82:6, it tells you, "For I say that ye are God, children of the Most High God. But ye shall die as men and fall as princes." So this lets you know that some of y'all about to complete a chess game. And last time I checked on the chessboard, a king is a piece on the chessboard. So when you're analyzing chess and you analyzing what's going on in the world, it makes you say, wait a minute, what's going on with this depth? So what are some of the characteristics? Can anybody tell me what are the characteristics that determine the devil? We already established that the devil is fear, right? We already established that the devil is fear-based programming. We already established that God is actually love, truth, and peace-based programming, while the devil is fear, doubt, anger, bitterness, greed, superstition, jealousy, hatred. That's the fear-based programming. And all of the programming that comes from fear. Sin comes from fear because the person is afraid. So many people have done. How you think Christianity became global? Because people were afraid to get X'd out. When they put the musket to their head and said, "You gonna praise this Jesus or nothing at all," they was like, "Oh, in the name of Jesus," and they were afraid. Remember, even Jesus was afraid when it was time to go get nailed to that tree. When it was time to go get nailed to that cross, that boy Jesus got scared. He got fear. He got scared, and he said, "Father, if this cup may pass over me, can you please pass it over me?" Meaning, if I ain't got to do this, please don't let me do this. I don't want to go do this because I don't want to die. He didn't want to go. Understand? So understanding that fear is a big cause of errors in society. And when you are looking at, these undercover brothers are operating on fear-based programming. Why? Because they are afraid of what people are going to think about them when they get exposed for the lies. For instance, Lil Baby's career hasn't been the same ever since we seen him hugged up with Mike Rubin. I get my advice from Mike Rubin. Look like you're getting something more than advice from Mike Rubin. Sleeping under the cup. Men don't listen. Men on the men other ready. Men don't get on private jets with men and get under the covers with other men. Talking about we're gonna have a tickle party and and we're gonna get together and tickle each other and we're gonna get together and grope each other and we're gonna get together and wrestle. They don't do that, bro. Real men don't get with other men grown men, and say, "Come on, y'all, let's wrestle." Nah, bro, Brody, something going on here, and that Hollywood casting couch is suspect. It's number one up for grabs. So we're gonna expose that Hollywood casting couch. I wish I could find, man. I wish I could find my the video that started it all, but I got something for that. Motherfucker won't erase my motherfucking video. I got something for that shit. That will never happen again. I know just the perfect place to put it. Right? Man, you gotta outthink this algorithm, man. The algorithm will see, oh, this nigga about to do a live stream, or exposing this and that. Let me delete that photo right there. It's like the chains are not physical. It's all mental, lost. Well, no, it is physical. Because when you are talking about homosexuality, you have to perform a physical act in order for that to be that. You can't call yourself a homosexual if you're not physically engaging in sexual. That's what's called homo sex. They didn't say homo bonding. Nigga, they didn't say homo talking on the phone. It said homo sex, right? So it's physical and mental at the same time, because we know that the physical is governed by the mental. So before it's ever physical, the reason our weak mentalities, our poor mentalities, got us acting in a certain physical way, and that physical way is known as gay. You understand? That physical way is known as gay. So hold on, let me make sure. Hold on, let me make sure I handle this real quick while we're doing this. All right. So yeah, man, when you talking about this motherfucking this rainbow booty boy shit, come on now, bro. When you talking about this rainbow booty boy shit, bro, uh uh you got to understand that there's an agenda, and the agenda starts in the scripture. So when we go in the scripture, um, so the rainbow booty boy gang, they call them sodomites, bro. People who penetrate buttholes. That's what a sodomite is, bro. And where did they get that song? Where did they get that word from? They get that word from they get that word is derived from the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Gomorrah. As a matter of fact, on Infinity Wars, what was Thanos' daughter's name? Gomorrah. Thanos' daughter's name was Gomorrah, right? And in the Sodom and Gomorrah story is about how God abhors, for lack of a better word, God doesn't love, or God don't like and don't condone homosexuality, right? Well, at least we know he don't condone it from guys doing guys. Yeah, yeah. At least we know he don't condone it from guys doing guys. You heard me? He don't condone it with guys doing guys. And I'm pretty sure, when them, all the guys who had multiple wives and had a harem of multiple wives, I know while that man was gone, they probably was doing some freaky shit, and God ain't never punished them for it, right? But um, when you talking about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is wild, man. Go read that story. And the reason why, so it is the reason why people in the church criticize male male and female homosexuality. Um, being uneducated when it comes to the female, but abiding by the Bible when it comes to the male. And so, hold on, let me put this back up. My bad, y'all. I had to handle that right quick while I was fucking with you. So being in the you know, in the Bible, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm about to paraphrase it for you. So the story of Sodom and Gomorrah was this. Um, in the Quran and the Bible has this story in different way and fashion. So if I'm not mistaken, it was Lot, Lot. His name was Lot. And Lot, hey twin, happy to see you doing well, man. You already know, man. Happy to see. Are you doing well as well, man? Happy to see you too, man. Um, yeah, doing very well, man. Sometimes you gotta go in your hermit mode, bro, so that you can come out and you can be flawless on them, bro. But so Lot, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Lot. Yeah, it was Lot. It had to be Lot. So the story was Lot lived in this town called Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was a gay town. Now, keep in mind, this town had been in existence for a while. So obviously, they've been doing the gay thing, and God ain't never do nothing until this part of the story. So in the story, um, God sends down two angels and say, "Hey, go," because he looked basically he scanned the land and seen who was righteous in the land, and they're like, "Look, go down there and get Lot from out that land, because I'm about to destroy this land over here, Sodom and Gomorrah, because they doing homo stuff." This is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible, in the Old Testament, bro. Right? And so the angels come to warn Lot of God's destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? So boom, these niggas in Sodom and Gomorrah so grape grape minded and so caught into this and caught into the archon or the major sin of lust, right? They see the angels go into Lot house and they come knocking on Lot door. Oh Lot, we seen them two fine ass niggas come in there, nigga. Send them niggas on out so that we can have our way with them. Basically telling Lot that, hey, those two angels, they don't know that they're angels though. The two angels that just came in your house, send them on out here so that we can RAPE them, right? And Lot, look what Lot said. Lot said, hey, no, these are angels, these are men of God. Do not do that to them. Instead, take my daughters and grape them. They told him, come on, Lot. You know we strictly dickly over here. And boom, we don't want no coochie. We don't want no god dag nabbit womb. We want the poo shooter. We want the two niggas that came in your house and we want they poo shooter right now. We're trying to penetrate the round brown right now. We're trying to traumatize the angels right now. They don't even know God already sent the angels down to destroy the city, right? So boom. The angels come out. The angels, don't worry about it, Lot. We about to take care of it. The angels come out and hit them with the men in black, flashy thing. And they all was blinded. And the angels left. And the next morning, in the middle of the night, Lot and his family and his wife had to go and leave because God was about to live there and completely destroy and brimstone, fire and brimstone, and that was all that made it accelerate. That's why Lot had to leave in the wee wee hours, right? So Lot, we leaving in the wee wee hours, and the angels told him, while we fire and brimstone Sodom and Gomorrah, y'all don't look back. Whatever you do, don't look back. This is why whenever you moving in life, don't worry about who got left behind. Don't worry about who couldn't make it. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Why? Because when you look back, you just took your attention off of the goal. You just took your attention off of the prize. This is why you got to get out of don't look back. Boy, yeah, don't look back, right? And the angels told all of them, when we destroying this, y'all gonna hear a lot of screams, y'all gonna hear a lot of cries. People gonna be saying, Lord, don't leave us, Lord, please, Lord, tell God to stop. You're gonna be hearing all kinds of stuff going on. But guess what, Lot? You and your family keep looking forward. For you were chosen to not be destroyed in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. We could have pillaged you. We could have pillaged you by default, Lot, for even living around these type of people. But guess what? We came here to warn you. So while Lot and his family running, the fire and brimstone rained down from heaven. Phew, sound like some fucking drones, right? Sound like drones. Boom, 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 boom. So while the fire and brimstone raining down from heaven, Lot's wife did the ultimate motherfucking mistake. She didn't listen to the men, the angels. She didn't listen to the man, who God. Why? And she looked back. When she looked back, I guess what she seen must have been so magical and so spiritual that the reason why that they couldn't, my opinion is the reason why that they couldn't look back because they were mere muggles. And the shit that was going on, they couldn't see how the place was being destroyed because if they saw that, they muggle ass was gonna go and run and tell that. And y'all, and if you run and tell that, that's not on your pay grade. That's above your pay grade. So you can't go be running and telling that. So anybody who views this, any one of you muggles who sees this, y'all gonna turn into stone. No, a pillar of salt, to be exact. A pillar of salt. This is why you're not supposed to really eat ionized salt. Why? Because that white salt, that's what she turned into. She turned into a pillar of white salt. Okay, when she looked back to see how the supernatural was destroying Sodom and Gomorrah. So understand that the Bible has a whole story of how it shuns homosexuality. But the the homosexuals in the Christian church like to ignore that fact and like to say, hey, oh, that was the Old Testament. Jesus came to redeem us. And I'm not hating on your stance on that. Interpret the scripture however you want to interpret it. I'm just saying, now let's put some pieces of the puzzle together. Because if God destroyed this city for being homosexual males, because it was all males, it wasn't females. The city was all men. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. It was all men. And when they seen the angels come in, all those men formed a mob. And that mob showed up in Front Lot's door and said, give us those two dudes so that we can grape them through the grapevine. And when the angels seen that, they blinded them and hit them with the flashy thing like on Men in Black. And when they did that, they went back told God, yeah, we gotta unalive this shit right now. Them niggas was trying to get at our ass. We the angels. Them niggas were trying to get our booty. So when you talk about rainbow booty boys, no. And why do the rainbow booty boys worship ass? Can anybody tell me why the rainbow booty boys worship the ass? Doc, I don't even I forgot what that acronym is. OBEs. It's slipping my mind. I forgot what the OBE is right now. They found salt body, by the way, it has skin but salt inside of it. Well, like I told you before, when you're talking about salt, white ionized salt is one of the most it's probably a worse poison than cocaine if you want to be technical, because it kills you slowly over time and you love it. It kills you slowly over time and you love it. Do you believe in out of body experiences? Yes, I do. I died and I was out of my body and I seen the other side and I see my body laying right there and I seen everybody, and yes, so I do believe in out of body experience because I've died. I've died at least 3 times, and all 3 of those times I died through overdosing, and all 3 of those times they were out of body experiences. All 3 of the times it was out of body experiences of me watching other people resuscitate my avatar body, and my spirit goes back in my body. Um, one of them was my first time. Is when my mama died. My mom died. My mom died on Christmas Day when I was 16 years old. And so when I was 17 years old, I tried to unalive myself, and I succeeded. But the voices on the other side, feminine voice on the other side, says it's not your time yet, and shoved me back into my body. And when I got shoved back into my body, I urinated and defecated all over myself because to me it felt like seconds, minutes. But in real life, I was I was out for about 18 hours. Um, Not no near death experience. Died, nigga. Heart flat. Defibrillator. Boop. So my second time, I was in the St. Thomas Project with my partner, Tootie and my partner Chill. Right now, and this one I was, young. I was a young nigga. I remember I've always been a young nigga around old niggas. So older niggas was always able to guide me because I was always much younger than them. And because I was much younger than them, I had to lean on them for guidance. So, me and my partners in them, in New Orleans, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but in New Orleans, it's a dog food culture. If y'all don't know what dog food is the stuff that Frank Lucas sold in that movie. That stuff that blue magic that Frank Lucas sold, New Orleans is a predominantly that type of drug city, right? That's our city's preferable drug back in my day, right? And so they used to have this song, right, called "Give Me Some." I'm just gonna say it, bleep it out. We can bleep it out when we clip farm it. But it says, "Give me some heroin, baby. That heroin got me crazy. Give me some heroin, please. Cause powder make me sneeze. I get so goddamn spooked out. I go and grab my gun. Shoot a little bit of heroin. And that should make everything so fun. So this is how famous BG from Cash Money. Look what BG said in his rap. Grab a needle and some dope, tap that green vein. Smoke a blunt 3 times is all about that bang. I don't, my heart don't. This is what Cash Money was rapping about at first. The Cash Money records. They were laughing. They were programming us. They were programming us to be heroin addicts, and sell and be heroin dealers. And go on Google, not Google. Go on YouTube and Partners in Crime. Give me some heroin, and y'all go listen to it yourself. And this is what I grew up listening to as a child. Juvenile, Partners in Crime, Cash Money, No Limit, uh, Cash Money, No Limit, and Big Boy Records were the 3 main record labels that had our city on live. And I listened to all 3 of them: Mobo, Hip Hop, oh yeah, Big Boy, Cash Money, No Limit, and Mobo Hip Hop. Those were the 4 major record labels and that would dominate my city when I was coming up. And Partners in Crime had a song called "Give Me Some Heroin." And the first time I ever heard that song, I had to be like 10 years old. Song came out, what, 92, 90, between 92 and 95. You know, I had to be between 10 and 13 years old when I heard that song. Little did I know, little did I know, not knowing the laws of attraction, not knowing how subconscious work, I would end up being a heroin seller as well as a heroin user. And that sent me in the heroin user, becoming an addict, junkie life. Literally, that's the life that woke me up. That's the life. That's the life that I prayed that the I said, great grand holy mother, take me away from this life. I will work for you. I will serve you. I will do anything you tell me to do. Just take me away from this life. And when you take me away from this life, don't kill me and don't cripple me. Don't turn me into a martyr. Don't turn me into somebody that's gonna get killed or crippled while I'm working for you. Show everybody all of the perks that come with working for you. 5 days later, I was in jail. 33 days later, I was chakra doctor, fully activated. My chakras fully activated. Right now, while I'm talking to you guys, there is an electric magnetic goosebump sensation constantly running through my body at all times while I'm talking to you because my chakras are fully open and they never close. They never get blocked. They never get imbalanced. None of that shit, right? Because I'm fully activated. So understand that when you talking about this, programming, when you're talking about programming, it's real. So into my city, uh, you got to realize that there's another big culture in my city, and that's called the punk culture or the homosexual culture. That's crazy how they making songs about real hard, real. Listen, UGK used to have that song, I got a pocket full of stones, right? We had a song, UNLV had a song, I got a pocket full of furl. Furl, foil paper is what you put heroin in to serve it to serve it. In our city, we put it in foil paper, furl, and we call anything that say OIL, oil, we pronounce it EARL, Earl. So oil becomes Earl, foil becomes furl, right? Boil becomes burl, crawfish burl, right? Anything OIL in New Orleans, we pronounce it EARL. You dig? So boom. So copying off of I got a pocket full of stones, because UGK had a big influence on New Orleans hip hop, or New Orleans rap, right? Uh, they had a song I got a pocket full of furl. And back in my day in New Orleans, all of the big rappers you see right now used to rap about heroin. BG, Turk. Remember, Turk was a heroin addict. BG was a heroin addict. Juvenile used to rap about selling it and this, that, and the third. Birdman rapped about selling it. Um, and what became the new heroin? What became the new furl? What became, and remember, when you talk about street terms, when you talk about cocaine, they refer that as girl. So whenever you hear somebody saying, I'm slinging that girl, I'm on that girl, I got that girl, I got that girl, they talk about cocaine. Whenever you hear somebody saying, I got that boy, I got that boy, I got that boy, I got that boy, they're talking about heroin, all right? So just know I'm just giving you basics. That's like tip of the iceberg basics. But so you got the local rappers rapping and singing about boys and girls. Greetings, boys and girls, right? And you got these rappers singing about this, and I was, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that I would end up selling it, doing it, using it, becoming an addict, getting off of it, and becoming the greatest wizard the world has ever known? Who would have thunk it? So understanding, so when you say I keep that white girl, Christina Aguilera, that's what they call it, that white girl. So yeah, you got that white girl. Some niggas now, some hoods I've been in, they call heroin that black girl. You got that black bitch or that white bitch? Oh, I got that white bitch. Oh, I got that black bitch. My drug selling and heroin using, but mostly drug selling and heroin using, took me cross state lines, back and forth, up and down, left and right, all through the United States, bro. When I go to jail, I never go to jail for drugs. I always go to jail for being too loyal to a person that to people who weren't as loyal to me. Um, so yeah, so this whole thing got destroyed because God in the Bible don't like, at least we know, don't like male homosexuality. I believe so. There are other verses where it says, men shall not lay with other men, or something. We can find it. We can Google it. We can look at it. But so Corey Holcomb is talking about the casting couch and how, in order to become at that high level in Hollywood, you're gonna have to bust your booty hole open to become a high level operative, puppet agent, influencing the masses in Hollywood, whether it's Black Hollywood or white Hollywood. Because Black Hollywood is Atlanta, white Hollywood is LA. Think about that. And think about how that's crazy. Anyway, uh, so when you think about it, and when you go anywhere where Hollywood exists, you will see a heavily dominated Sodom and Gomorrah presence. You will see a heavily dominated Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, what causes Sodom and Gomorrah? It is the archon of what? Lust, one of the seven deadly sins, lust, right? And lust comes in many forms, but for some reason, when you get to that upper echelon, we so ain't high, upper echelon. When you get to that upper echelon, this is how I know. This is how you know. And I don't want to offend anybody, but gay people, gay males. I ain't talking about females because gay males are nothing but males imitating what females do, right? And I keep telling y'all, the original homo is the woman. The original homosexual is the woman. And literally, they didn't have men. Men didn't exist, and women only congregated with women. The original homos are the women. You trying to tell me when it was nothing but women on the planet and it was nothing but females on the planet, they wasn't bumping pussies? They wasn't making each other squirt. They wasn't doing the do when it was only females on the planet. Knock it off. Knock it off. Men wasn't even created for sex. Men was created to till the soil, till the ground, which that is metaphor for sex. Why? Because the earth represents female, and tilling the earth represents what? Drilling into the female's vaginal canal. But you got to and planting what? A seed, growing a garden. The Garden of Eden literally represents a woman's womb. Niggas don't even know these levels of the Bible, so we're gonna stick to the basic level, so that I'm gonna bring y'all layers in this shit, and y'all gonna go up this winding staircase with me, and y'all gonna be able to comprehend the world the way I comprehend the world, because I comprehend the world through the eyes of celestial being, spiritual soundness. All right. So when you look at it is my personal belief that male homosexuality is satanic and of the devil, because it is one of the doors, it is one of the acts that you must do to get into the doors of those guys over there. Those guys over there, one of the doors is the homosexual male door. And females that go through that door, not only will they got to get down with females, they're gonna have to let other males completely run trains on them. And I guarantee you, they're going to walk away with some type of venereal chronic ailment, whether it's herpes, gonorrhea, simplex, whatever, they're gonna, because that's one of the ways you can sell your soul. You can voluntarily accept a disease. That'll get you a couple of years, not many, but a couple of years. You can blow off your hand like 4 extras. Blow off your hand. Remember the hand. I pledge allegiance. He blow off his hand. You can get you about a 4 piece. That's why 4 extras. You can get you about a that's about a you can get you about a 3 year. That's about a 3 to 5 year deal. The 3 to 5 year deal, depending on your level of influence. You can if you want a 5 to 7 year deal, 5 to 7 year deal, depending on your influence, you can lose an eye. You can lose an eye. You want you another deal, you can go to jail. We will literally do. You can literally say, "Hey, look, I will sacrifice 5 years in prison, and you can go to prison for 5 years and come back home famous." Yeah, yeah, they got plenty of deals to deal with the devil, plenty of deals, bro. Um, and you can also do like Nori said, "Hey, you're on your own, young man, and take that straight weight like I did, and turn yourself into the greatest mage." That's true if you think about how many people got famous from it. Well, just think about this. This is how you know it's of the devil. Y'all say that the music industry is the devil. Fat Joe says that there's a gay mafia that runs the industry. You've seen time and time again artists make videos of selling their soul to the Illuminati. You've seen artists make videos about Freemasonry. You've seen artists make songs insinuating Freemasonry, insinuating they sold to the devil. As a matter of fact, a lot of artists go in songs and say, literally verbatim, "I sold my soul to the devil." DMX said it. "I sold my soul to the devil and the price was cheap." And it's cold on his level, but it's twice as deep. What they were talking about when they're talking about cold. So the reason why they want your butt is because the representation of the devil is an ass. This is why I call it the movie. In the book, you will see that there's a story of the talking ass. There's a story in the Bible about a talking ass. Why is all this important? Because I break all this shit down in my motherfucking book, The Black Q Codex, Saturn Exposed, Sovereignty Restored. And I show you verbatim how the God of the Bible is Saturn. But we're gonna get off that. So now that you know, all right. So now that you know that Saturn, one of the symbols that represents Saturn is the ass. Now you understand why ass is so important in this world. Because when you worship the ass, you are giving that worship in your energy to Saturn, because Saturn is the overall ass. And you look at right now, we're in Aquarius season. What is the planet that governs Aquarius? Your anus, literally, it spells it. Because in today's modern time, we spell your as you are. And even in the Bible, even in the Bible, there is a town called and it's spelled you are. But if you look at the word your, it spells your anus. If I take the L off of Pluto, you got puto. Bro, look at who Mars. If I take the S off of Mars and and spell it backwards, I got Rams. Put it at the front, I got Rams spelled backwards. Eddie Murphy is the talking ass in Shrek. Well, that's what it. Remember, the talking ass in Shrek is actually from the Bible story of the talking ass. Didn't DMX be praying though, and that same DMX that be praying and believing in God says in a song, "I'm going to grape your 15-year-old right there in front of you and ask you seriously what you want to do." Frustrating, isn't it? Want to kill me, but I'm gonna kill you. Now watch me F. Watch me F just a little while longer. Please, will you? This is revenge. Know that before you die. And as much as I hate to see a motherfucking grown man cry, I'ma make you suffer. See your ass in hell, motherfucker. Click, boom, boom. See your ass in hell. This is DMX's lyrics. So obviously the God he believes in is the devil. And I keep on trying to show you this over and over. So the reason why everybody's so obsessed with ass, because Saturn is the original ass, and everybody worships Saturn. So because everybody worshiping Saturn, you don't understand that every single thing is just a different way to worship the devil. Now, what? What's so important? Look, this is why you know that this is how you know that male homosexuality is of the devil. Because in order to sell your soul, because one of the main ways to sell your soul to the devil is becoming a male homosexual, a male bisexual. So in the video that I was going to show you, the guy, man, I forgot his name. When you see him, he's a black actor. Y'all recognize him. He he was moving up in the world in the industry, and the white executive at the movie company told him, "Man, hey man, you could, man, we could make you super famous if you became bisexual." He said it. We'll make you super famous if you become bisexual. And the actor said, and that's where my rise to the top stopped. Because I'm not doing that. So we know that there are those who didn't do the booty hole dance, the rainbow booty hole dance, to become a member. Where can we get the book? The book is on my website. Uh, go to my website. Go to my website, chakradoctor.xyz. You can get the book from there. Or you can go to Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, and Lulu. Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, and Lulu, you can get it from any one of those outlets. The Black Cube Codex by Chakra, the Black Cube Codex Chakra Doctor. You can get that on Amazon. You can get that on Lulu, or you can get it. I like it when you get it directly from my website. You can get the hard copy. You can get the hard copy or the physical copy. It don't matter. The copy. Just read about this, bro. I did my this is years of extensive research. I would not be putting out a book about this if this shit wasn't the 100%. It is literally my Bible. I wrote it. It's my Bible, and I keep going over it. I could just pick a page on it. Boom, pick a page, any page. It got like pick a page, any page. Just pick a number, any number. We're gonna go to that page, and we're just gonna read something out of it, just because I'm so proud of it, man. I'm so proud that I did a cognitive expose that anybody that has a brain, when they get it, they can read it and comprehend it if they know how to read. 34. Somebody say page 34. 34. Rectangles, circles. Hold on, let me see, because it's a continuation. All right. So when you're talking about 34, you got to talk about 33. And that's what? That is what? Chapter 2, the 24 systems of control. System 1, money. Money, right? Rectangles, circles, God, and the currency of control. Money is not the root of all evil. It is the ritual paper trail of your soul's time. I be spitting bars. I'm about to drop me in. I'm about to drop me into the album, start doing these bars. Wait a minute. I'm about to drop me into the album, start doing these bars. Man, you know I'm cold-blooded with that music, right? You know your favorite rapper can't fuck with me writing rap, right? Don't, man, watch when I drop this. Watch when I drop this Mama Music. I got a mixtape coming out called Mama Music. About to drop that. And I got another mixtape coming out called Lucifer. About to drop that. Man, look what y'all about to see. Check this out. The dollar, a physical sigil. Money is not a neutral tool. It is a magical contract you carry in your wallet. What's in your wallet? It looks like paper, but every dollar is a coded offering to Saturn's time-based matrix. Rectangular shape, Saturn's unfolded cube. Hold a dollar bill. It's a rectangle. 4 90-degree angles. The rectangle is the second D shadow of the black cube of Saturn unfolding like a cross. It's a soul time token, and the shape itself reminds your subconscious who it belongs to, right? Who it belongs to. Coins, metal rings of the two coins are the metal rings of debt. DEBT. Remember, Saturn is the god of debt. DEBT. That's why you got an EBT card. That's a debt card, a debit card, right? Debit card is a debt card. Coins. What my bring my towel, please. Uh, coins. Coins are circles, and Saturn is the lord of the ring, not just in space, but in ritual form. The coin's shape has layered meanings. The reason why a coin is circular, because it represents what? The ring. the Saturn loop cycles and repetition. The reason why it's metal, because it represents the energy conductor. Most coins are copper, nickel, silver. Do you know that copper is a Saturnian metal? Do you know that nickel is a Saturnian metal? Do you know that silver is a metal of Saturn? This is why I go back and I look at the comic book Silver Surfer, and now I know why they call it a Silver Surfer, right? Weight. Everybody always trying to lose weight or gain weight in the world of Saturn, right? But weight equals symbolic burden of debt. Coins don't just jingle, they sing Saturn's frequency. So when you hit people with Saturn, when you see people with chains, change in their pocket, that's actually a Saturnian frequency. A loop that never stops until it's broken. You got to break the loop. Wait a minute. We still on 34. Number 3, in God we trust. But which God? That phrase is printed on all US currency. But who is the God? On the dollar. It's not the loving, infinite, sacred source. Who is it? It's El, the Canaanite name for Saturn. And the name of the girl in Stranger Things, what is her name, y'all? Her name is El, right? Boom, the Canaanite name for Saturn. The same deity called Elohim, Yahweh, Jehovah. When filtered through fear, law, and punishment, money is a bloodless altar, a daily offering, a way of saying, I serve this system of time, karma, debt, and reward. When you accept it without awareness, when you chase it obsessively, when you fear not having it, when you attach your worth to it, when you reinforce Saturn's dominion over your soul clock. One more time. When you accept it without awareness, when you chase it obsessively, when you fear not having it, when you attach your worth to it, you reinforce Saturn's dominion over your soul clock. Ooh, the all-seeing eye, Saturn as the pyramid god. Look at the back of the US dollar. You'll see a pyramid with 13 steps, an all-seeing eye above it. The words annuit coeptis, he favors our undertakings. And novus ordo seclorum, new order of the ages. The eye is not the eye of divine source. It is the eye of surveillance of the architect. Saturn as the demiurge. This is the God of the world, not the creator of all. The pyramid is the hierarchy of energy flow with the masses at the bottom laboring, the elite at the top watching, and Saturn above it all, outside time, feeding off of the whole structure. You hold this symbol every time you touch money. Y'all don't want no, y'all don't, y'all don't want no smoke. Y'all don't want no smoke. Somebody said, this is interesting to hear. Nice, love it. Buying my son one as we, nigga said, buying my son one as well. Hell yeah. And guess what? You read about Saturn and you're gonna understand where he steal his where does Saturn steal his whole swag from? The Great Mother. Saturn, remember, Great Mother is the original black, but she's not a cube. She's the black circle. She's the black sphere, right? She's the original. So understand that even when you're talking about Saturn, you're talking about a program of plagiarism. That's why Jay-Z do the pyramid. So I believe, it is my personal belief that when you get to Jay-Z's level, you can't get there without giving up the butt. Doing the butt, na, 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 sexy, sexy, ain't nothing wrong in doing the butt. Why you gotta do the butt? We could have been doing the what? Sexy, sexy, doing the what all night long. It had a big question mark on it, but it was doing the butt. Why they got so many songs? How many? Look, why is this here? What is booty? We about to ask ChatGPT. What is booty? Let's see what Chat got to say about what is booty, man. Booty is an informal word with a few common meanings depending on context. And slang, it means a person's buttocks. But the second meaning of booty means loot or treasure. Now, as soon as I heard the word loot, it immediately reminded me, and I synced it backwards, and it said the word tool, right? But then I also heard that song, "Give me the loot, give me the loot," and I also heard when people go into the streets rioting, they loot, and loot reminds me of loop. Loop reminds me of Saturn. See, it's all just embedded in my brain, bro. I break this shit down. Ready? See, look, the girl said, "I'm scared of Chat GPT." Saturn. Saturn is eating your fear as we speak. Saturn is draining you as we speak, my dear, simply because you're scared. Because I take the S off of scare and I got what? Care. If I take the S off of scare, I got care. If I take that S and put it at the end of scare, I got cares. A scary motherfucker ain't nothing but a caring person that's afraid to get hurt, man. Remove your fear. Stop being afraid to get hurt, for that's what you came here to do. If it don't hurt, it don't work. No pain, no gain. What you trying to live life on you trying to live life on a pillow, right? What is loot? Loot or treasure. So this is why the world is obsessed with black women's and women's period, women's booty, but specifically the black woman's booty. Because why? Because the reason why they call the black woman booty and they focus on the black woman booty because what is treasure? Historically or in pirate war contexts, historically or in pirate war contexts, booty means stolen goods, treasure, or valuables taken during a raid. A raid is a robbery, a raid or a victory, right? So the reason why they worship and the reason why they glorify black women's booty so much, because it is literally showing them the victory of when they conquered black men and took the spoils of war called their woman, and their woman became what? A stolen good. This is why women are treated like goods, because they're stolen goods. That stolen good became a what? A treasure to the power structure that literally enslaves us all, right? And number four, it was a valuable that was taken during a raid or a victory that conquered a specific people. And now that same woman that was the spoil of the war, she's known all over the world for her booty, her butt. And we know that booty is something that is acquired during a raid. Colonization, ring a bell? Um, and Lady Lady Leo. She said, "No, I don't like using it. Anything you don't like, anything that you don't like, the law of attraction says that it will bring you some more of what you don't like. I don't like using ChatGPT, and now the universe is gonna bring you something else that you don't like, simply because you are a still person. What is a still person? A still person, the number one still person is a person who is still complaining. You might not see it as a complaint, but anything that you voice outside of your mouth that you don't like is a complaint. And when you voice a complaint, you are not walking in the attitude of gratitude. And the attitude of gratitude is what bring abundance. The attitude of gratitude is what bring prosperity. The attitude of gratitude will make you see that ChatGPT is a godsend. Right? Why? Because it can literally calculate and write way faster than any human on the face of the planet Earth. So why would you be afraid of it? Because that's what they taught us to do. They taught us to be, remember, Nas said it in the rap. People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess it's just a theory of man. Became a monster. Because we're monsters, man. We're monsters. And that which civilizes us into from beasts into beauty, we don't like it. Why? Because we ain't gonna be able to be monsters no more. We're not gonna be able to be monsters. Look, you know how you know we monsters. Why? Y'all niggas drink Monster. That's how you know you're bullheaded and you're hard-headed. Why? You niggas drink Red Bull. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, understand what's going on. That came from Nas. Yeah, I was saying Nas said that. That came from Nas. You feel me? Uh, so it depends on how it's being used, right? So we know that booty is treasure, and we know that your backside. So your backside and what's in your backside is actually a treasure. And what's in your backside, y'all? Well, the thing that's in your backside that lets you know it's a treasure is called your root chakra. Your backside is literally the root of your essence as a spiritual being inside of the body. And that root chakra and all the other chakras flow along your spinal cord. And remember, everything in life that's electric has a cord. You are no different. Just like this thing has a cord right here, and I can show you this cord. This is the spinal cord of the electronic device that I'm showing you. So you are a spiritual electric magnetic device, and your spiritual electric magnetic device has a cord, and that cord is called your spinal cord, the 33 vertebrae that runs up your spinal cord. This is what the 33 means in the Freemasonry. They're climbing. Remember, when you climb in the ladder, that ladder is the spinal cord that you're climbing. Why? Because the spinal cord possesses the chakra. Where's the root chakra? The root chakra is literally at the base of your spinal cord, and it runs from the base of your spinal cord all the way into your gooch. What is your gooch? Your gooch is known as the perineal muscle. The perineal muscle is the muscle that you would use if you had to stop yourself from using the bathroom. So literally, the root of your soul is located in your asshole. Let that sink in. And when you sell your soul, you got to give up that ass. Understand? When you sell your soul, you got to give up that ass. So now you understand why they got to penetrate your bunghole in order for you to sell your soul to the devil. Because and why you think the devil is red? The devil wears red. Why? Because the root chakra is red, and that's what the devil wants. The devil wants your root chakra. Why? Because once they plug in your butthole, once they plug in, just think of it. The penis is a USB plugging into your bunghole. Now they get to grape your soul. And Jada Kiss said it on that album. We'll be graping you, graping you, graping you. And they came up on the Diddy. Ain't a man, there's no such thing as a male G-spot. That's called a perineal muscle. Just because you do it, man. Remember, all men come from females. So that's not a male G spot. That is literally your perineal muscle. It is used so that you can ejaculate as a man. It is used so that you can defecate. It is used so that you can hold your bathroom. It is not used as it's not supposed to be used for your for penetrative purposes. It's supposed to be used for ejaculative purposes. You can't penetrate that which is meant for ejaculation. So understand and remember what comes out the butt: trash, and waste, toxins, that which is undesirable. Nobody would eat anything out of the butt. So why would you stick your sacred magic stick in one? And why would you let a sacred magic stick get? Remember, it's a magic stick. So it's called it a magic stick. So when they stick the magic stick into your backside and rape your root chakra, your avatar gets taken over. And now they can give you the MK Ultra and what's MK Ultra? Trauma-based mind control programming. And how did they able to give you MK Ultra? They already raped your butt. So now that they done already raped your butt, guess what? You have been dehumanized. You have been lowered down into the level of a beast. And when you have lowered your humanity, anything, the beast remember they said the beasts of the field. The beasts of the field can now enter into your ecosystem, and your chakras become your chakras become literal. What they call in science, your chakras become daemons. Your chakras become demonically based. Your chakras are actually metaphysical, spiritually based. But when you let somebody stick the magic stick in the root chakra, and then right above your root chakra is your sacral chakra. Um, and y'all make sure y'all comment, follow, share, save, like, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all get this jumping on the algorithm. Shout out tomorrow. Me and Dwayne McClain doing Illuminati Shuffle. I'm not gonna even be on the screen. It's gonna be a split screen. The Illuminati Shuffle gonna be right there, and I'm gonna be in the background, and Dwayne gonna be deciphering, and me and Dwayne gonna be deciphering and breaking down the Illuminati Shuffle. So understand why it's so important. Why the LGBTQ movement is so important, because it is the sign that, hey, why you think they waved that flag? Because it is a sign that, hey, we just graped your chakras. I'll repeat it again. The reason why the LGBTQIA is so important, and the reason why they wave that pride flag. Now remember, pride is the number one of all of the deadly sins, right? And so there's a reason why they wave the pride flag, because that pride flag is an upside down rainbow, and it represents how they stuck the magic stick and graped it is the victory. It literally, waving the pride flag is them yelling victory lap for Saturn, because Saturn is the god of getting your booty bust open. I'm sorry, people. I just got to tell it like it is. All praise be to the great grand holy mother of all divine for giving me the fire and the courage and the will and the bravery to talk this truth and not be afraid of no organizations. I appreciate that, great mother. So what's some advice for any artist that does not want to sell their soul and keep their God-fearing mindset independent? Work hard, stack your money, spend your money on your rap. Take your rap. This is how you do it too. I'll give you the perfect blueprint. Go in the studio every week. Once a week, on Monday, you go in the studio and you record. Tuesday, record a song. Tuesday, you gonna get that month. Tuesday, or the same day, you're gonna get it mixed, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're gonna be getting it mastered. Friday, you're going to release the single. Saturday and Sunday, you're gonna shoot the video. And Monday, you're gonna release the video on your YouTube. And then you're gonna take that video and you're gonna go all around your neighborhood, all around your hoods, all around everywhere, and you're just gonna walk up and approach people. Especially if you got some swag about yourself. Walk up and approach people and say, hey, I'm a dope artist, I'm a dope rap artist. Will you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel? If you like my music, keep the subscription on, hit that notification bell, and go literal hand in hand, bumping phones with people. Follow my YouTube until you get your first 100 followers. After you get your first 100 followers, because you release your first song, boom, and go get your first 100 followers. After you get your first 100 followers, release another song and repeat it again. Release another song and go get 100 more followers. Eventually, the algorithm gonna say, "Oh, this music is popping." Gonna pop your music on the algorithm, and you can build you a solid fan base without ever having to sell your soul. And eventually, if you get big enough, you still gonna run into them boys in black. You're still gonna run into the men in black, and you're gonna have to come get you some magic from Chakra Doctor to stay protected, because they're gonna want you to sell your booty hole. But if you don't, they're gonna try to terrorize you. So come to Chakra Doctor, get you some magic when they try to come do that. Get you some, matter of fact, come to Chakra Doctor, get you some magic so you could blow up your weight and go viral fast. And they'll never come at you, because they already know that great lady don't play about me. You feel me? Oh my God. Somebody said, oh my God, someone called me prideful. Yeah. Well, think about it. You said Lady Leo. Leo is a lion. Lions are the epitome of pride. This is how you know that God is the devil, because what represents Judah? The lion. Who governs the lion? The sun. The sun is the landlord of the lion. So really, Saturn stole that, because Saturn is not the sun. Saturn is the false sun. I have 989 subs on my main right now, so this is good to know. Yeah, 989 subs, man. You're supposed to be releasing a song. You're supposed to be releasing at least two songs, two videos a month. And while you're releasing those two songs and two videos a month, you're supposed to be getting anybody who has ears. I don't care if they're black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. You're supposed to be walking up to everybody and say, would you follow my YouTube? Would you follow my YouTube? Would you follow my YouTube? Follow my YouTube. I follow back. Follow me, I follow you back. Da da da, woo woo woo, and build up your YouTube following, hand to hand combat. Once you get monetized, just drop number hits. Make sure you send your music to people who can critique your music to let you know if that shit whack or not. You feel me? So lions, yeah, that's Leo Lion's number one Achilles heel, pride. Pride is this. Remember, pride. The reason why pride is so abhorrent, because pride is the energy that Set used to kill Osiris. Remember, this is the shit all started with Set and Osiris. So it was pride that made Set not satisfied with the desert sands that Ra had given him to test his will as a god, and he failed horribly. It was pride that made Set go kill his own brother because he was jealous that his brother was dating his sister, Offset, right? So if four brothers, remember that's why four is so important, because they represent the Elohim. Who is the Elohim? The four brothers and sisters of Newton Geb, right? And who is that? That's Asar, and y'all know him as Osiris. That's Offset, y'all know her as Isis. That's Set, y'all know him as Saturn or Yahweh, and that's Nephthys, and y'all know her as Nephthys. She never changed. She never changed. She always remained the same. Um, so Set got jealous that Isis and Osiris were dating and had a son named Horus, or AKA Heru, right? And they had a son named Heru, and the son Heru was about to inherit the kingdom of Egypt as the new god, and Set's pride got in the way, made him get jealous, and he killed his brother and exiled his son, and took over Egypt for a little while. Even went against Ra and succeeded for a little while. But Heru, thanks to Heru, the whole pantheon of Egypt was redeemed, and Set was cursed. After Set tried to take over Egypt, he was cursed. How did he try to? How was he cursed? He was turning. He was his black god power was turned into all ashen white. This is where white people come from. This is why y'all don't know the scripture. And they show you that in the Bible. Leprosy. Leprosy is when the skin turns all white. So literally Saturn, aka Set, is the god of white folks. This is why the number one Set engine is what? The Catholic Church, the Vatican, Italy, Rome. And we already know about that. We already know which horseman that is, right? We already know which horseman Italy is. Oh, I got to get to the four horsemen of the apocalypse part two. But when you analyze that, one of the ways you can get into the brotherhood: kill your brother, kill your mother, kill your sister, kill your relative, unalive somebody that you love. Let us run in your butt, or both. You could go both ways, and you get even more longer years. If you unalive somebody that you love and let us run in your butt, oh, you do. Oh. That's the Jay-Z's of the world. That's the Jennifer Hudsons of the world. That's the Beyonces of the world. That's the Kanye Wests of the world. That's the Travis Scotts of the world. That's the ASAP Rockies of the world. That's the Rihannas of the world. They didn't did both. That's the Nicki Minaj's of the world. That's the Lil Wayne's of the world. That's the Birdmans of the world. That's all of the big boys. They didn't did both. They done unalive some shit and got ran in their butt. And then you got the third way, on your own, independent. And even when you go independent, when you make it to a certain level of fame, you're gonna run into them. You're gonna run into that wall, and you're gonna have to make a decision. And that decision, that decision, you better make the decision based and rooted in magic. So yeah, man, you know, so I was gonna play videos and shit. I was gonna play videos and this, that, and the third, but it just flowed a certain way. When you thinking about once again, I'll show you once again. I'll say it to you verbatim once again. The reason why I'm not talking about female homosexuality. The original homosexual is women. Why? Because at one point in time on the planet there were only women on the planet. And these women were able to create asexually, meaning they were able to secrete sperm out of their Bartholin duct from their Bartholin gland, and this was called parthenogenesis. And they were only able to make, no, please play the videos. Okay. And they were only able to make female X chromosome was able to make more X chromosomes. So a female was able to birth another female. But guess what? Who gonna do all this hard work? Who gonna do all this heavy lifting? Who gonna turn this island into a city? Who gonna turn this, man? Look, who gonna turn this oil into gas? Who gonna turn this raw electrical sun power into electricity? Who gonna build our waterway systems? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? And so they came together, the council. I won't call them queens. The council of goddesses came together, and through the divine inspiration of the Great Mother, they created men. And man was created to till the soil and what? Protect, serve, maintain, sustain, and provide for the sisterhood. Period. Protect, serve, maintain, sustain, and provide for the sisterhood. Now, understanding this, after they did this, guess what? Men laid up there and started. They gave men the dominion over the earth. That song, that story in the Bible about God giving man dominion over earth, just change it to goddess, and it makes all the sense now. God has created man in her likeness and in her image. This is why men got nipples but no milk coming out. And why? Because we're not women, but we're made in the image and likeness of a female. This is why a man got a man's penis is a female, is basically a reverse female clitoris. Why? Because we're made in the image and likeness, but we are not her. We are made in the image and likeness of her. This is why we have emotions like her. But they're not her emotions because they are the embodiment of emotions. We men, we feel emotions. Them women, they are emotions. See the difference? So when you're talking about this LGBTQ rainbow booty boy movement, you're talking about a whole bunch of men imitate women. But let's get to the video. Somebody said they want to see the video, and we about to get to the video. Let me get to this video, bro. Let me get to the videos that I could salvage, bro, because they took my main one. They took my main video that I was gonna do it on. But so we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna start from the top. Okay, we're gonna go right here. All right. This is one of my favorites right here. This is one of my favorites right here.
Covered one eye, doing the sixes over one eye. Might have been Jeremiah Cohen.
Let's go.
When you go down that rabbit hole, the celebrities covering up one eye, doing the sixes over one eye. Might have been Jeremiah Cohen. He had one of those shows where he was saying it's all of them. And he would have montages that were 2 hours long. And it would be nothing but celebrities covering up their eye. And I would watch that many of them doing it. And I thought, okay, I guess it's all of them. But then part of your brain would say, no, wait, it can't be all. It's too many of them for it to be all real. It like breaks your mind to see everybody doing the one eye symbolism.
Yeah, because you're like, it can't be all of them because we've got our emotions involved, right? So-and-so played a good character that we fell in love with in this movie or that movie or this TV show. There's no way they're involved. And then you look it up and it's like, they did the same things. They did the same exact things. They had the same symbolism, the same everything. I'm convinced personally, if you're in the limelight, they will not risk giving you access to the public if they can't control you.
When you go down that rabbit hole,
boom,
celebrities covering up.
When you go down that rabbit hole with the celebrities and that one eye symbolism, it go crazy. It go crazy. Hold on, let me get back. I'm gonna give y'all this next video. Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all this next video. Hold on. Boom. Oh shit. Look at this here.
Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth just like it was a seminal fluid. That Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz.
Woo! God damn.
The images are there.
Identified. Just like it was a seminal fluid. That Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddyfy. I remember that. I remember that was that was very controversial, man. They called Justin sucking off Odell Beckham while Trey Songz was on the lookout. Man, it's crazy, bro. So let's go here. Oh, let's go here. Sorry, hold up.
It's babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
Freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they covered it all up. And You know, I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that He opens everybody's eyes in this country. Eat babies. That is not.
So she is a very well-known Hollywood actress, and she just told you they eat who they eat, they drink what they drink. See, if she said it's gonna be cool, if I said it's gonna be, you're being racist, you're reaching. Well, the people in Hollywood reaching too? Because these are people in Hollywood saying this. It's not me saying this. These are Hollywood insiders saying this. Hold on, let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next one, man. Look at this one.
Pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
All right, so it says Will Smith sold his son to Diddy. I appreciate you touching this subject. And hold on, let me see. I can't see what you're saying. Hold on.
You were
And a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't dare respect. NLE Chopper is a baddie boy for sure. Yeah, all of them with it. You know NLE. You know NLE. You know NLE with it. You know he's a rainbow. He's taste the rainbow, nigga. Probably when you get to the end of rainbow, it's gonna be NLE right there talking about if I was, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's just low key sad to see all these famous people doing this for fame. They're not doing it for fame per se. They're doing it to lock and sell their souls to a specific deity. And I wrote a book about that shit. I wrote a book about the specific
When you
deity
were
that they're
dating
doing it for. But here we go. Hold on, look.
Will Smith and Jada tried to.
Hold up.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true? I don't know what you're talking about.
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having anal sex with Will.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship.
Look at Will Smith. Will Smith. Kissing this.
So even on set, he wasn't even trying to.
No, not on the set he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set he'll try to kiss me.
Will Smith and Diddy. Hold on, man. Look at this shit right here. Look at Diddy and French Montana.
Oh boy, welcome to the show.
Hey, brother.
How did you two come together?
Love. I remember we was on the yacht, right? Big groping him.
Moloch, MLK, Moloch.
Then he came back sweating.
What?
Happy birthday.
Oh boy, welcome to the show.
Hey, brother.
How did you two come together?
Love. I remember we was on the yacht, right? Big groping him, and then they disappeared for like an hour. Then he came back sweating. Happy birthday to you.
Thank
It's a special birthday for both of us.
Sally, we right here, baby. We gonna make some magic tonight? We made it, man.
Wow.
All the nights we talked about being on the couch together.
She busted up.
Oh boy, welcome to the show.
Don't stop. Rock that, don't stop. Rock that, rock that, rock that, don't stop. Rock that, don't stop. And this nigga French letting Diddy grab all on his bro. Don't even talk about this. Wait a minute.
Never gave birth to her two daughters. She says that she had surrogates.
You ready for this?
Wife is a man.
I was just gonna ask you that.
That's Mike. It's Big Mike.
Wife is a man.
I was just gonna ask you that.
That's Mike. It's Big Mike.
Big Mike, the big fella.
The big guy.
There's another thing too. You know that she never gave birth. She even says this in the interview. She never gave birth to her two daughters. She says that she had surrogates and it was IVF and whatnot. Find that pretty interesting. How convenient. Not only that's true, but also your account managers for your charities look exactly alike. There's a couple that looks exactly alike. Your girls. Could it be those are the real parents?
Wow.
And Obama's gay and Michelle's a man. Sounds plausible to me.
He did more for gay rights than he did for black.
He was a red herring.
Hold on. They just said Obama did more for gay rights than he did for anybody else. He did more for gays than he did for anybody else, man. Obama was that Trojan horse, man. I'm telling you, bro. Think about it. Before Obama, was the LGBTQ movement and all of the things that they're doing rampantly right now that we're complaining about, was that in existence before Obama? Just think about it. There's life before Obama and there's life after Obama. So let's get into the life before Obama. Before Barack Obama came president, there was no way in heck you were going to be able to see train stations sharing and using the girls' bathroom. There was no, before Obama, you did not see little ones cutting their members off and becoming train stations by their parents. Um, Before Obama, you did not see they were not able to get married and be legal, right? Before Obama, they were you did not see them doing drag queen dances in front of 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and 7-year-olds. Before Obama, you did not see all of the things that y'all complaining about now with that community. You did not see any of those things when that with that community doing right now. You didn't see any of those things before Obama. After Obama, it's rampant. It's so rampant that everybody is wondering what happened. What happened? All of a sudden, all of the guys are wearing fingernail polishes and dresses. What happened? All of a sudden, all of the guys are effeminate and all of the females are super, super duper masculine. And all of this, man, listen, before Obama, that shit didn't exist. Go look. Oh, don't even talk about Dwayne Wade's son. Don't even talk about, it's literally statistically impossible that for all of these Hollywood actresses and Hollywood celebrities to have transgender children. That's damn near impossible. Mathematically, it's at least. Mathematically, it's impossible. So there has to be an agenda going on.
It was a distraction to give black people hope. Meanwhile, he pushed on his own agenda, which fits his agenda because he's gay. Wife is
Period. Period. And I believe wholeheartedly that Barack Obama is gay and Michelle Obama is either a man or she's just a heavily male featured female. But yeah, I feel like that was his whole agenda. That was Barack Obama's mission the whole time, to solidify the LGBTQIA movement through sanctioning gay marriage and making their movement legit in the eyesight of God. Because in order you got to get married, you got to get married. You got to get married under Christianity. So that's the ultimate kick. Gay people getting married under Christianity when Christianity is the religion that shuns gay people. And there's no such thing as a gay woman. There's no such thing as a gay woman. Y'all gotta become students of nature. There's no such thing as a gay woman. Why? Because women are the original homos. Never forget that. Women are the original homos. Before men ever came along, women were in relationships with women, making babies with women. They didn't even have to make a baby with a woman. Sex literally was for pleasure in women because women could make a baby for themselves and birth another girl. But guess what women didn't want to do? Women didn't want to build no skyscrapers. Women didn't want to build no airplanes. So they grafted a man and took from their ribs and they made a man from their ribs. And that man, you already know the story now. You already know the story. But never, never, ever, ever, ever underestimate why everything is going on. Before Obama, they didn't go back and look. The LGBTQIA before Barack Obama's presidency was nowhere in full stride the way it is right now. After Michael LaVaughn Robinson, bro? Man, wait a minute. Where's the stuff when he's saying Michael and I? He keeps saying Michael and I. Michael and my husband, Michael. Wait a minute, man. Where's the my husband Michael shit? Michael and I, my husband Michael. Oh, here you go right here. Check this out. Here we go right here. Boo, 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 boo.
And at this phase of my life, I'm in therapy right now because I'm transitioning.
Transitioning?
What did you say?
I walk with my husband Michael and hold hands. It's like a whole new.
Why would he say that, y'all? And then he didn't bat an eyelash. He didn't say, excuse me, my wife, Michelle. Excuse my dyslexia. No, he just said, I walk with my husband, Michael, and hold hands. Why would he say that? I'm just asking why. I'm not saying this or that. I'm just saying, why would he say that, though? Why would Obama at a speech say he walks with his husband, Michael? I'll let you hear it again.
World for me.
Hold up. We're going to go back. All right.
And at this phase of my life, I'm in therapy right now because I'm transitioning.
What did you say?
I walk with my husband Michael and hold hands. It's like a whole new world for me. Husband Michael Michael and I also want to acknowledge. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today.
Michael and I.
All of you. Michael and I.
Hold up. This the white lady that Obama unalived because she revealed she's the first one that let it out. So the reason why everybody's saying that Michelle is a man is because 30 days after this woman said that Michelle is a man, she died mysteriously. 30 days after this Illuminati insider, after this Hollywood insider, her name is Joan Rivers. I remember Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers, you about to hear what Joan Rivers said that we already got the first gay president. His name is Obama. We all know that Michelle is a tranny. We all know Michelle is a man. And 30 days later, the Obamas got her whacked. Let's go. I'm about to show you. Hold up.
All of you. Michael and I. First morning,
Is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
Transgender.
Oh my gosh. They don't like kids up.
Joan Rivers said, a transgender. We all know. 30 days later, Michelle got her. You broke the code. You let the people know. See, look at that's the real shh. So here go a few shushes that the brotherhood don't want you to know. Number one, she said, calm down. We all know. She said, sorry. Number one, here go a few shushes. Number one, they doing all that stuff with the children. Number two, most of the men are undercover brothers. And number three, most of these men's women, a lot of these men's women are transgenders in disguise. We're going to do another live about they're all dudes, and we're going to analyze the presidents, the president's wives, and the different, not just the president's wives, but the wives of kings and queens and stuff like that, and show you how the majority of, even in Shakespearean plays, all of the female parts were played by men. But here you go some more. Wait a minute.
They said, you got to ask the president, is anything scary?
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
I wanted to talk
Wait a minute.
a bit about.
Wait a minute. You heard what he said?
Scary.
You know,
Listen again.
You know, my kids asked me, they said, you've got to ask the president, does anything scare you?
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
I wanted to talk.
She said he about to say when my Michael, but he said, when my Mike when Michelle's mad, I get worried. Why would you get worried when Michelle's mad? You see? Uh you see? Michelle Obama. Look, watch this here. You ready? Here we go. You ready?
Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man. Would you care to share? And at this
Hey, bro. Is Michelle Obama a Black man, bro?
phase in my life, I'm
She already admitted that she did not give birth to her children. This is why we cannot see any pictures of her being pregnant. That was a big thing. That's why she said she didn't give birth to them. She had them through surrogate. I don't believe it. Niggas wasn't doing surrogacy back in those days. Quit that line. Well, they was doing surrogate, but you trying to say you were trying to save your body? Come on, stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Hold on. And I really mean, bro. Look at Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey confirming. Here go Jim Carrey confirming this. Oh no. Wait a minute. Let me get this. Boom. Here we go. Is this Will or is this?
When you were dating Jada.
Not this one. Hold on.
When I'm at school, sometimes my dad will just pull his pants down.
Hey, look.
When I'm
Look.
at school, sometimes
Look what the boy said.
pull his pants down. When I'm at school, sometimes.
This is Jaden Smith on an interview. This is Jaden Smith. All president's wives are men. Shit, you already know, man. Look at this Jaden Smith on the interview. Let's go.
My dad. When I'm at school, sometimes my dad will just pull his pants down.
When he is at school sometimes, his dad will just pull his pants down.
Willa's always, Willa's always playing. Okay.
And now his son dresses like a female. I think we was watching him groom his son into this shit in front of our face, and all we did was just laugh. Look, his son don't want to do it. He grabbing him and kissing him. He don't want to. I'm too old for you to be kissing me in my mouth, Dad. He's still grabbing him and doing it. Look.
Jake
Look at this.
jumped up and ran.
He killed it. There's another picture. There you go, trying to kiss his son again. Look at that shit. He literally raping this dude. And he literally molesting his child. We literally watched Will Smith molest his son in front of our face. We watched this man sexually. S.A. We watched this man, S.A. his son, in front of our face. And all we did was laugh because that was Will. We the despicable ones. We should have banned every movie he ever had and ruined his career when he did that. I guarantee you, every single they would have never did that again in Hollywood. They never did. What if Kevin Hart, when he came out and wore the dress, wouldn't have got no box office sales after he wore that dress? I guarantee you they wouldn't be doing the dress ritual in front of our face like that. I guarantee.
But after he said he'll try to kiss me anywhere else.
So what do you think? Is Jake still too old to get kissed by his girl dad? And I always find it, I always find.
I don't know about all that, but I do know that. Transgendering your child is a way of selling your soul to the goat, Lucy. So yeah, man. So tomorrow we're gonna get into some more. I got what I got on the menu for tomorrow that I wanted to do. This was Rainbow Booty, but I got another one I want to do that y'all gonna. Oh, tomorrow, me and Dwayne doing. Tomorrow, me and Dwayne. Tomorrow at around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, not between 9 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. Dwayne and I will be doing and playing the game Illuminati. Excuse me, Illuminati Shuffle. And is you is or is you ain't Illuminati? We're gonna lay up there and let the Illuminati roll dice go. And whatever the celebrity we land on, we're going to try to prove through symbolism, signs, and all kind of other gestures, and Dwayne's breakdown of why this particular person is in the Illuminati. Until then, till next time, man, y'all make sure y'all go get my book, The Black Cube Codex. Saturn Exposed is right there, Sovereign to Restore. Make sure y'all come get y'all some money magic. For all business owners, 9 to 5 workers, exotic dancers, hustlers, and gamblers, luck magic, protection magic, from all, I'm sorry, luck magic, protection from all police, win court cases, get released from jail, protection from all harm, violence, and more. So protection from all harm, violence, and more. Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine, the church where magic lives. Get your wishes granted today. www.shagadada.xyz or call 943-226-7019. GGHMOAD3 at gmail.com if you want to reach out to us. Make sure you get the Black Cube Codex once again, and make sure you get the Great Black Mama of Creation. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok. Hi Megas on TikTok. Put me on TikTok, man. Get that TikTok algorithm jumping. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.